Joy News checks reveal that traders who sell their wares and provide services around Circle Neoplan station area are back on the streets few days after the Accra Metropolitan Assembly sacked them. Would speak to Collins Frimpong in a bit, but first a recap of last week's decongestion exercise.
The Accra decongestion exercise took a new turn on the second day, this time with police and national security operatives. The officers demolished dozens of makeshift structures erected behind this bus stop here, opposite the Neoplan police station.
But you see electric wires on the floor, which indicates that there is full life happening here. I just see a board there, an electric board there, with a main switch, which I'm sure had been disconnected, and that is the source of power they use to power the fridges and other accessories here in order to help them undertake their work.
When we came, we tried to get access to the meter. So we took all the power off from the meter. They have a central meter. The meter is with us, AMA. It's in the office. We're going to use the meter to interrogate, to investigate, to find out whose name is on that meter. And that will be where we arrest whoever owns the meter and who is paying the electricity bills to.
Sub-Metro Director.
It's Friday morning here at Circle, the popular Neoplan bus stop where a lot of activities has been happening in the past few days. You remember the decongestion exercise on Wednesday. Thursday morning we were here and reported the coming back of the squatters. Today, Friday, we are here again to check on the state of affairs. Just so you know, the task force today has informed us that they are not doing the usual marching they've done in the last few days. What they have done is to deploy some permanent city guards at some vantage points across the Circle enclave. I have seen a number of them, particularly the blue uniformed ones, who are around directing traffic and making sure that there is order in the Circle enclave. Yesterday we saw a number of the boxes of the squatters, but today we can confirm that even the couple of them that were left under the bridge when the city authorities came to do the re-decongestion after the squatters came back have all been removed from under the bridge now, and the place is clear now, free of the belongings of the squatters, except for those refuse or rubbish that have been left behind, which we're hoping that the sanitation officers will come around to come and clear as well. And so for that side of the road, it's clear now, nothing is left behind. The main place, which is the behind the bus stop, has also been clear now. The city authorities cleared the place of all of the belongings of the squatters. They confiscated them and sent them away. As we speak this morning, Friday morning, the place is clear. Nobody is back to the place now. And so sanity has been brought to the popular Neoplan bus stop opposite the Neoplan police station. And so for today, we can confirm that indeed the AMA have done what they have promised to do to keep the place clean. The big question now and the big puzzle on the table now is how they will be able to sustain this going forward. How long will this sustain the permanent city guards to keep order? We look forward to how the AMA would maintain this moving forward. James Abaji here for Joy News.
Now, James Abaji asked the question that is on the minds of everybody, that how will we sustain this? Now, my colleague Collins Frimpong is back on the grounds to bring us updates. Collins, what is it looking like today at the Circle Neoplan station?
So, carrying the Circle Neoplan station, try to find what really happened on the ground.
Collins, you want to reposition yourself so that would hear you?
Can you hear me now?
If it can be better. Let's try it again. Yes, let's try it again. Yeah.
Right. So, well, James W. and where you mentioned that at the VIP, that the Circle VIP station back, so no one was selling, and that the passport has able to this one, that is over here, around the VIP fast terminal, and you can see that the traders have not been able to come there as the passports are still here. And what is interesting is that the passports are here and they are trying to ensure that the place is well sanitized. They started moving some items away from it. But before we engage the AMA passport, more in some of the traders over here that makes it affect with a very quite number of concerns that we want to engage. Good morning. Morning, Mr. President. What's your name? Another place. So who's the one bank so we must have that is now about that for Panama. Let's let me go. Yeah, I know. I mean, I am a mama. No console on your mama. I think, and I am 2 days. No console on your mama. I think. Then I will catch her. Then I know I'm coming here. Here, yes, I say, the furniture. Oh, yeah, did you found my head? They be able to yash it, but they can get them for the about now. Maybe I want to get too far. Yes, that's them. And 24 by 10 mobile. Now, on my patrol line, I'm on something. Oh, I think I'm on my patrol line. I'm on my family. Live, yeah, mine. When you have a line, the Indian dollar in my I'm not getting your planet. Almost a bus stop. You are more come on. Now, not me. If you know, you can't go like mine. What is a wild line? My job. If you can't go like mine. Yes, enough. I'm not sure. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Abigail. So, Madam Abigail, provisions over here, and all that she is saying is that she is even with the government to find for the hotel. It is there, even though the government told them that they are going to find another place for them to sell, that hasn't been seen. And indeed, what we say here this morning, we realize that right from the AIT station, where there's a business, and initially, so just occupy and sell over there. That this morning started moving towards that entry that they started taking over there. They started engaging them, and all that they told them was that they told them that we are going to draw a line and let
the network doesn't seem to want to favor us this morning, but Collins is still on ground and so will bring us updates. In the meantime, I've got Gilbert Ankwa, he's PRO for the AMA. Thank you for joining us this morning. And so we're learning that a few recalcitrant traders are back exactly at where you'd rather not have them. Yes. What's going to be the post measures so far? There's been concerns about the sustainability of guards that you have put at certain places that you went to decongest. What's the post activity going to look like?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. Of course, we acknowledge the fact that some of these issues will come up. And that is why, if you look at the entire exercise, the task force has been beefed up. We have a different set of special task force we're using for this particular exercise. With respect to their strength, numbers, we have them. And that as and when these issues happen, we will ensure that we move in to deal with it. That's notwithstanding. Let me also put on record that in as much as we are moving them away from these areas, we are also trying to use a more engaging and participatory approach to get them to understand the need to move away from these areas. We have assured that in the coming days, the mayor's special trading on specific days, specific lanes will come up today. We are going to issue out a release announcing the specific lanes within the metropolis we have designated in collaboration with the police for the trading activity. So we are quite hopeful that these measures would, one way or the other, ensure sustainability whilst we look at measures to expand the market as government has assured that funds will be provided to give some of the markets that we have that facility to be able to accommodate more of the traders.
Gilbert, please explain what you mean by special designated areas where traders can trade. Is this inclusive of where you've decongested already? What's the plan like?
Okay, so basically what we're trying to do is to look at specific areas, specific streets within the metropolis on specific days. And the mayor has said that he's going to ensure that this is going to be a 24-hour trading system where traders can come in and then do that 24-hour trading whilst we beef up security to ensure their safety. So specific lanes within the central business district, within the metropolis, are going to be blocked on specific days. And this is going to be done in collaboration with the police. All modalities have been done already. Consultations have been done. As I speak to you, we are set with everything, and we'll be announcing the specific lanes, all road signs to ensure that this particular initiative, at least succeed, has been put in place. So, as I said, we'll be announcing that particular initiative. So that is how it is, and the traders will have the opportunity to trade for the entire 24 hours. Okay,
so it will be that there are some days that we're going to have the cities quite congested, except this time around there'll be security personnel to manage it, or what?
Yeah, so just as I'm saying, and it's going to be obviously on days where we deem that within these specific days, the traffic congestion in the city is not that huge. So we are going to look at these dates, and just as I've said today, we will be announcing the entire modalities, the lanes to be used and all that.
Okay.
So this will provide the traders the opportunity to trade on these specific areas within the time frame that we have allocated.
What about the concerns of people who trade inside the market, who say that because of these special tradings on the shoulders of the streets or these designated areas, they are unable to also sell their words? What's the balance then? How are we going to create a balance? I appreciate that you say the modalities will be announced.
Yes, but and the Assembly acknowledges that particular fact. This is something that the traders themselves, the market queens themselves, have expressed those concerns with respect to the fact that within the market, there are shares in the market, and they know their members who are within these markets who have shares and have moved out because of what is happening. For us as a city, what we're looking at is to ensure that these shares are reoccupied. The Assembly is looking at for some time, if we don't get the traders to come back, those shares will be reallocated. That is there. And we are also looking at ensuring that the markets are expanded enough so that we'll be able to accommodate more of them. So eventually we'll be able to move them away from these unauthorized areas and then get them within specific trading environments, quite conducive.
Let's talk about the guards. Let's start with the ones that the mayor ensured were on standby, particularly at where you demolished some structures around the Circle Neoplan. Are they still at post? And you also mentioned that there's going to be some guards that will be mitigating those recalcitrant traders that are going to still be selling at areas where you have not designated. So are we going to have permanent guards like you did for Neoplan, or we're going to have guards that are on standby so that as and when traders show up at where you do not want them to be, you go and decongest? What's the plan like?
You know, actually, these guards are permanent for now. So we see that the situation comes under control. Mayor has said that they are part of the 24-hour operational model. We're going to ensure that we have the security task forces within the city to maintain that law and order. If you look at the issues of decongestion, and their main duties are to ensure that these traders do not come back to these specific areas. We understand that this is a process. This is at least the first week. There are issues, and we are dealing with those issues as and when they come up. But specifically, these guys are permanent. As I speak to you now, they are on duty, a couple of them, within the Central Business District, where they have been assigned on duty. They are all there.
But before I let you go, Gilbert, on a scale of 1 to 10 so far, how will you rate the success of the decongestion exercise? For us as a city, it's important that we pick feedback from the public. And if you listen to feedback so far, the public support is there. And for that matter, they are praising whatever the Mayor, Honorable Michael Papalote, is doing, especially with even the reintroduction of the red line to be able to regulate the activities on the pavement. So for us as a city, we believe that this is the process. We began the process, and we are making some headway. We are very hopeful that plans we are going to put in place will go a long way to ensure the entire success of this entire exercise. Right. On a scale to 1 to 10, we want the public to judge us as in what we are doing. We acknowledge the fact that there are issues, but we are also confident that we are making progress as a city authority. Thank you, Gilbert Ankra. He speaks for the AMA. Thank you for joining us this morning. Now, wait.